Hey, what's up everybody? Mr. B here with Montezuma Martial Arts Academy out of Dolores, Colorado. So today we're going to go over a nice easy warm-up that we do in almost every single one of our classes, just to kind of loosely just get you ready for a good workout. Later today we're going to be going over the kata seiunshin and a couple other things that of course we'll be adding those to the channel. Just make sure you're liking and subscribing, but for now let's just go ahead and get going. I always like to start with some good arm crosses right here. Just get those shoulders loose, nice and easy. Not doing anything too crazy. We're just trying to get warmed up and ready for our workout. Then from right here, I just like to go straight back and straight up. Again, just loosening up those shoulders. All right, from right here, we're just going to take those arms straight out. Now, what I like to do, thumbs up to start. This will just focus on our deltoids. Here, small, medium-ish circles backwards to start. About 10 to 15 here, and then we're going to go ahead and circle back the other way. Okay. Then from here, we'll go ahead and point those thumbs down, and now we'll start working on those posterior deltoids. Same thing, 10 to 15 circles, just nice and easy. That hand rotation does change the focus on the particular deltoid that you're working. Other direction. Nice, nice, nice. Nothing too crazy from here. We're just gonna cross our arms. So I usually just touch my hands. Again, when I'm working on this twist out right here, I'm trying to keep my toes in a really good straightforward position. I'm not trying to let them work. I'm just trying to focus on that lower back. Just get it loose. Okay, nice and easy. And again, nothing too crazy. Always I like anywhere in between that 10 to 20 range. Okay, 10 to 15, 10 to 20. All right, I'll always try and stay right there for my warm up. 3, 2, and 1, good. Then from right here, we're just gonna go ahead and take it down to the calves. Okay, just working on flexing those feet, rolling back onto the heels, and then of course up onto the toes, just doing some light calf raises. Again, nothing crazy. You don't wanna get too bonkers in your warm up. You just wanna be prepared to work out. When you're looking to stretch or increase your flexibility and mobility, you always want to do that later when the muscles are a little bit exhausted and warm. You'll notice that you can get a couple extra inches out of it, but when we're just warming up, that's again all we're trying to do. Just big focus, nice and easy. From here, we'll go straight into some jacks. Always trying to get all the way to the top. Five more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, good. And then finally, we'll just start rotating those hips. I always like to do a straight knee and then an outside rotation. So straight up, wake up those legs. Outside rotation, up and out, up and out, up and out. Nice and easy. Just moving. More, 3, 2, and last one, good. Now from right here, just go ahead and spread those legs. When I'm doing air squats, I like to take a slightly larger stance here, just to kind of help focus on the mobility in my hips for my horse stance. All right, so when I'm doing my air squats, again, Just trying to focus on parallel or better. All right. The other thing that you want to focus on is posture. Make sure that those shoulders are nice and back. Try to avoid the bend over here as we're doing our squats. Technique is everything, especially in martial arts. A few more, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then from right here, we're just gonna go straight into some side lunges, a little bit bigger. You can do this one of 2 ways. I like to lean and lean. Of course, if you wanna lean and cross over to get a little bit more range of motion, totally okay. But for right now, just the warm up, just back and forth again. Really focusing on keeping those shoulders up and back. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then from right here, we're just gonna hit a nice A-frame stretch, flat back. Just trying to loosen up that lower back. When we do any kind of kicking or kata work, it's really important that we warm up those obliques and that lower back, just because of all the twisting and that core work involved with really demonstrating some good kata. Then from right here, we're just gonna move right into our horse stance stretch. Now, you can do this one in 2 ways. I personally prefer having my elbows on my knees so that I can press them out just a little bit more. The reason why I like it this way is when you're doing your horse stance or your back stance, the biggest problem that a lot of people have is that their knees begin to cave, all right? Especially when they're getting deeper and bigger in their stance. So I like to just make sure that I'm really focusing and encouraging those knees to have that strength and everything else like that to be outside. So I just like to push them here. Of course, you can put your hands down and use your elbows. Some people will go all the way down. We're gonna do that here in just a second for the sumo calf raise. So from right here, hands down, and you're gonna hold that horse stance stretch as you come up on the balls of your feet here. Again, nothing too crazy. We're not shooting the moon with this warm up. 15 to 20 here. Really focus on full extension, okay? Try to get that full range of motion as you come up on the balls of your feet. Good, about 5 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna go ahead and work right over into our adductor stretch right here. So, now this is one of my favorite stretches. This one and the hamstring stretch that we're gonna do right after this. Anytime that I had to warm up really quickly for competition, doing a complex of my horse stance stretch into my adductor into my hamstring stretch was a really quick way for me to go from judging at competition, let's go ahead and switch sides, judging at competition to being warmed up enough to demonstrate my kata. So this complex is pretty near and dear to my heart, as it was able to get me ready in a very short amount of time. It also didn't require a whole lot of space. So if I was pressed for time and I was just waiting for my turn in my division, I didn't need to go somewhere to stretch out and warm up. I could just do it right on the side of the ring so that I didn't get disqualified. Now, from right here, the other thing that I like to do is I like to take my hands away and I like to focus on just being able to pull myself back and forth. This is just gonna loosen up those hips a little bit. Hip mobility, so important. I really wish somebody had taught it to me at a younger age. And again, we're not looking for too much here. We're just looking for waking up those muscles, getting some blood flow. Good, about 10 to 15 again, just rocking. Try to stay as low as you can through the motion. I like to get about parallel here and then over. Good, we'll go one more on this right side and then back to the left. Now we'll go ahead and point our toes up. This should shift the stretch to the hamstring. One way to get a little extra out of this is to point those toes and to use the elbow that's closest to your knee to kind of open up that knee just a little bit more. Go ahead and switch sides. And remember, when you're warming up, when you're stretching, big deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, okay? Just try and relax into each one of these stretches. Now from here, what we're gonna do is a fun little move I like to call the Kung Fu squat. It's gonna be similar to that adductor pull, okay? So what we're gonna do is from this position, we're gonna go ahead and stand all the way up and then all the way down. Now the goal here in this squat is to go slow and controlled. All the way up, hit that stretch. All the way up, hit that stretch. And try, if you need to use your hand for balance, it's totally okay, but try and hit that toe pop here so that you rotate out, okay? So really good balance work here. Boom, and boom. Okay, just nice and easy. Okay, for some of you that do like wushu katas, or we used to call them soft style katas when I was competing. Okay, there's a lot of moves in those forms where, boom, you're required to pop down and then pop right back up into a longer position. Okay, so it's one of the reasons why I like to work that. We do a kata called Black Tiger, and that is an essential move here. Now we'll go ahead and go back into that horse stand stretch. Now the other thing that I like to do is I like to just let my hips rock. Nothing too crazy. Then from here, I'm only going to use my split to slide out just enough to feel a tug and to go ahead and sit it back into my straddle. Now, I love the straddle stretch. This is probably one of the most fundamental stretches you can do in all of martial arts, mostly because it works your forward split and like your Chinese split and your American split at the same time. Just being able to press forward. So the big thing here is to try and get those shoulders a little bit more forward every time as you breathe. Again, not trying to go to our backs, we're just warming up. From here, we're gonna go ahead and pull those feet in, press those knees down into our butterfly stretch. As you get better, as you get warmer, again, you're trying to pull your shoulders, your face, everything a little bit more forward, really focusing on that lower back. Now, finally, we're gonna go ahead and just move into a regular old toe touch, both legs out in front, grab and pull. Big deep breaths here. You can use those toes to kind of pull you forward, all right? Just take it nice and easy. All right, guys, so that's a pretty basic warm-up right there. Shouldn't take you too long, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most. Don't go, like I said, bonkers. Save a little bit for your workout and then save a little bit to stretch a little bit more intensely after your workout when your muscles are nice and warm, and then you can really, really focus on that distance. Anyway, guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and until next time, train hard, fight fast, score first. All side.